Okay. System. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, yes. Okay, yes. So let's begin. I'll quickly do a recap of what we did last week. Yeah, just one moment. Um, yeah. So last week we talked about some Linux commands like pwd, ls, cd, mkdir, touch, rm, and then clear. Um, so besides Chibikem, it looks like Chibikem was the only person who managed to complete the assignment. And I was wondering why others were not able to complete it. Yes, please let me know what the issues may have been. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I was saying if you let me know what the issue may have been. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Yeah. So, if Covenant can hear me, do you want to share with us why you were unable to attend the assignment? Okay. Looks like Covenant is not here. Okay. So I'll just carry on. Yeah. So I think the last time we were talking about file system before time. Okay. Covenant said it was quite challenging. Um, okay, so maybe we'll try and cover some of that today. Um, okay, so I think during our interactive session, we'll be able to share screen, and then I'll see what you might be doing incorrectly. Okay, that's good. Um, yeah, so let's talk about Linux file system. So the file system is basically what you would expect to see whenever you go onto a Linux machine. So, and the file system is a bit different from Windows, and I'll do a demo about it as well once we finish. And once we finish here, and then we go over to the interactive section. Okay, so for week two, we'll be covering file management, permissions, processes, and the OSI model, networking, and then package management. So file management is basically so at this point you guys know how to create files, right? But you need to know, for example, the concept of users, the concept of group, the concept of ownership. Um, so there are a lot more things about files that you need to know about. And so let me see if I can share my screen. Let me share my other screen. Just one moment. Just one moment. I'm just trying to share my screen. Oh, okay, I'm just waiting for my laptop to load. In the meantime, I'll just carry on. So file management is managing permissions, who owns the file, who can make edits to the file, who can write to the file, who can read the file. So basically, who can interact with the file. So that's being um, controlled by file management and also permissions. So for example, you can create a file. Okay, let me see. For example, you can create a file, but if you want that file to be restricted, then you'll need to adjust the permissions on the file. So anybody who hasn't got that permission won't be able to interact with that file. Um, so I'm just gonna show you my terminal in a moment. I'm just waiting for everything to load. I'm just taking a bit of a time. Um, yeah, so that's basically what file management is and file permissions. Then we'll talk about processes. Processes are basically, scripts that are run in the background that you need to be aware of. So I'll give you an example. Like if you go to Task Manager on your Windows machine, you'll see, a lot of stuff, running in the background. So these are what I would call processes, and you've got a similar, situation as well for Linux. So it'll be good to understand, how to check, for example, which processes are running, which ones, have stopped, which ones are causing issues, how to kill a process, and what have you. So these are some of the things we'll be talking about this week. And then we'll briefly talk about the OSI model. So this model will enable you to understand, what happens in terms of, for example, if you try to make a network connection from, let's say, point A to point B, um, how does it get there? Are there any blockers on the way? So we'll cover a bit of that for OSI model. We'll look at networking, and then we'll look at package management. And yeah, I've said a lot of stuff that are very high level at the moment, but once we get into the interactive um, session, then we'll be able to, shed some more light. Does anyone have any question at this time before I start doing some demo? If there any question, no questions. Okay. Yeah, I'm just starting up my terminal. It's taking a bit of a time. Okay, yeah, so allow. Oh, brilliant. So I'm just gonna share my other screen now. Let me close this one. So let me stop sharing briefly. I will share. Please let me know if you can see my terminal. Please can you see my terminal? Yeah, let me know if you can see my terminal. Okay, awesome. Okay. Um, so, by the way, Chibukem, I assume you were able to install WSL. Is that right? Okay, maybe you're not here yet. So what I've just done. Okay, brilliant. Um, shall we switch over to Google Meet for like a lot more interactive session? So shall we go over to Google Meet? Okay, cool. So I'll paste the link. Wait, let me just create the Google Meet now. Meet. Start meeting. I'm just waiting for the meeting to start. Okay, brilliant. Um, yeah, no. Okay, yeah, so that's it. I'll put it in the. Let's go to Google Meet and then I'll continue the demo. So I'm just going to end the stream now.